his birthday. This is a little too much.
Oh,
yeah. So for his birthday, we're letting him keep his job.
Don't say we never gave you anything. Oh, wow. Thanks, guys.
Lopsided cake for Lopsided Productions.
Word. But I'm good at it, though.
You say he's good at it.
Thank you. Wow.
Shotgun on the cherry though. Guys, welcome to the new
Blooper.
Guys, welcome to the third edition of Main Event Talk. Or at least I was straight 3 in a row. 3 in a row. What is it? 106.
106.
Episode 106. And if you're confused by that, it's because we need to post previous episodes on our website. But it's episode 106. I only say that because one of you commented that.
Yeah.
I'm Dave Flores.
I'm Ivan Torres.
And we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to hurry up because we got stuff to catch.
Walking Dead.
Yep. Actually, Raw. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's not Sunday. This show is not taped. But
That's
anyway, headlines. And first, I don't know how serious I can take this one. But James Elmsworth. James Elmsworth is a crazy phenomenon. You guys can't get enough of him. Aside of defeating AJ Styles twice, James Elmsworth is now the #1 t-shirt seller on WWE.com. I know you're a James Elmsworth fan.
Yeah, duh.
I'm not saying I'm not a fan, but this is crazy to me. He's the #1. I mean, you gotta understand, the person, before James Elmsworth becoming a legit #1 phenomenon in t-shirts, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the one that did stuff like this. So, what's the deal with this guy? You think, I mean, obviously, he's #1. You think he's gonna get a WWE contract?
I mean, there's already t-shirts out there. Fans are he's like on high demand.
But what are they gonna do with him? I mean, it's like, when the 15 seconds are up, what do you do with James Elmsworth? He's not gonna win a WWE title.
Well, absolutely not. But I mean, if you can do something big with Santino Marella.
Santino's actually a talented guy, though.
He is, but I mean, after a while, you just really couldn't take him seriously. So I think he's gonna be like an actual another Santino Marella.
I don't know. Like the whole thing with James Elmsworth is funny. It's hilarious. I dig it. I think the whole Dean Ambrose referee thing adds a whole new element to it.
Oh, absolutely.
I just don't know where you take it from here. I mean, t-shirt sales and main eventing, technically beating AJ twice. I mean,
well, I mean, I think after probably you get some bobbleheads, you get some
oh, man.
Some pop vinyls, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a huge social media craze, and once the the phase dies down, that's it.
James Elmsworth downloadable content on 2K18. I already see it. He's gonna be in the video game 2K18.
I see it.
This guy was a jobber who was not supposed to be anything. He made a funny face when Braun Strowman came out to fight him, and he just became this worldwide phenomenon. I like James Elmsworth. I just don't know beating AJ twice and the level of attention he's getting, I just don't know if it's too much. I mean, I don't know. I compare Barry Horowitz of the...
Barry Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz.
Horowitz. Yeah.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, horrible. Where were you when he won his first match?
Barry Horowitz?
Yeah.
I was in my living room on Clendenny Avenue, if you guys know where that's at in Jersey City. And he defeated Skip from the Body Donis. I was in my living room playing with my action figures at 18 years of age.
You know where I was?
You don't know?
I don't even remember.
I was probably drunk on the sidewalk somewhere.
12?
Next topic.
TNA versus Billy Corgan. So, check this out, guys. Last week, documents of Billy Corgan's lawsuit with TNA were unsealed and revealed that TNA cannot make a business decision without Billy Corgan. Furthermore, I know. Furthermore, speculation is that WWE owning TNA's tape library is now in Corgan's hands, and he can only approach such action. Ouch.
What do you think of Billy? I am so sick of talking about Billy Corgan and TNA. I don't know about you. This is like the third week in a row where, I'll be honest with you, there was like no other headlines to talk about. Billy Corgan, stupid TNA, again.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure after the, the deal he made with Matt Hardy and his hard work on Route 440, collecting chains to buy TNA. No, seriously, jokes aside, I'm fed up, and I think wrestling fans are fed up, and I think the wrestlers in the TNA locker room are fed up with him. I think everyone's fed up with him.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you read this or not. Apparently, TNA has been holding payments from Bruce Pritchard, the producer. Woo! They owe apparently Magnus an obscene amount of money. Billy Corgan apparently originally started the lawsuit because he wasn't paid for his travels. I mean, I think where they're headed is bankrupt, and once they head bankrupt, they got to buy it from the government or something like that. So I think that's what Billy Corgan's doing. But the only part I thought was BS was that they got to get approval from him for WWE to sell the library when he has no intentions of keeping the TNA name. So
it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Like, you're gonna inherit all this debt because you want to be butthurt about Dixie not selling you the company. I mean,
Could it be that maybe he wants to say, hey, I didn't give anything to Vince McMahon, and he wants it, and I have
maybe
holding it off long enough to say, hey, you know what? Now this is the demand. You want it? Well, supply and demand, perhaps. Like, hey, look, this is what it is. This is what it's going to cost you. My debt and more. You want it? There it is. That's all you got to give me.
But you know, if this company was salvageable, this right here is putting the nail in the coffin.
Absolutely.
Because it's getting ridiculous. The wrestlers are getting fed up. I mean, I don't see it. There's no bouncing back from it. Everything's on lockdown. So now, but the bills are still coming in. So who's going to pay the bills?
Vince McMahon, because apparently he covers up for everyone.
Yeah, ECW. Yeah. Next topic. Gladly, next topic.
Amen.
This is a topic that brought a big smile to my face. I consider it early happy birthday present. Richie Steamboat wanting to return to the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
In an interview with Pancakes and Power Slam shows, weird name. Richie Steamboat revealed his current in-ring status by saying, "I've always had an itch for wrestling. It's always been missing in my life. I feel good. My back feels good." He concluded by saying, "I just feel like I need to give back. I don't know. We'll see what happens." This is phenomenal.
This is great. It's a good start. And first off, before you go on, I'm gonna get on Roman Reigns here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I know you're confused about this, right?
You see, he looks confused. I'm gonna explain why. Originally, Richie Steamboat was supposed to be one of the original members of the Shield. So, not that I'm into politics, but let's be real.
The Rock's cousin got the spot.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, Dwayne Johnson. You sort of destroyed. You kind of pulled off a Hulk Hogan there.
Yeah, Richie Steamboat was supposed to be this phenomenal star. He was supposed to debut with the Shield. He was supposed to be, I believe he was supposed to be the top guy.
He was, yeah.
Of the Shield. And his back, he got injured. His back got injured, and he had to retire early. But I mean, this is great news. I think this is the same surgery that Shawn Michaels had, which means they can recover. So Richie Steamboat coming back. I don't know if you guys haven't watched a Richie Steamboat match. You should. I mean, we're talking about, like, if you want Shawn Michaels back, you don't need Shawn Michaels. Richie Steamboat is the next Shawn Michaels.
It could be better
in wrestling, right?
Could you imagine a combination of talent from Shawn Michaels and Ricky Steamboat?
Right.
That's lethal. That's lethal. And if I can get on It Matters a rant for about maybe 5 seconds here, for about 5, you know what? We'll save that for Friday's show.
I can't wait. I mean, this guy comes back, I'm ecstatic. I can't wait.
He needs to, but didn't that bother you that they didn't sign him for whatever reason? Something about that because he looked too much like his dad?
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let me tell you, it's an image.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's his son.
This is pre-Triple H.
Pre-Triple, yeah.
So that's definitely gonna change.
Way to go, Paul.
But anyway, next topic.
Oh God, this one I'm gonna have to.
It's time.
Seriously, Big Van Vader versus the UK. So after spending a portion of the summer downgrading Will Ospreay and Ricochet for their High Flying Classic, Big Van Vader is at it again, complaining that the Rev Pro promotion has allegedly screwed him out of part of their deal that was put in place when Vader wrestled Will Ospreay. What do you think?
I think it's BS already. You know what? I could bleep it out later. It's bullshit. I think he just needs to cut it out. He's if I'm gonna use a terminology from It Matters, he's bitter. You know, like bitter. Like I can't take this stuff. I can't even read this. You know what? First of all, learn how to write.
Did you see that on
Learn
Twitter?
how to write. Like, I don't know if he was.
No spaces in between.
No.
And the thing is, he's straight edge. So I don't know if he was drunk, or maybe he was on a plane, or maybe he was like asleep, half asleep, and just being lazy. You know. But even when I do that, and I'm sleeping halfway on my bed, texting or whatever, we understand that the screen tends to do this. But I catch myself correcting what I did.
You know what's my number one gripe about this? The gripe started that he said that what Ricochet and Will Ospreay did, who by the way are two future NXT superstars, was theater, and that they're ruining professional wrestling. Has he watched NXT?
I mean, he called it theater, but hello, it's entertainment.
If I recall, the man called Sting had to like fly a helicopter up to a mountain, to the Rocky Mountains, to find Vader and challenge him to a match. If that's not theater.
I mean, well, how about horrible theater? Colonel Parker, Sid Vicious, and Vader on a beach with Davey Boy Smith and Sting, which is the worst promo I've ever seen.
Running from the bomb.
And you can tell they were clearly just standing there and they just did this.
Yeah, that was. I hated that.
Oh,
To me, that's the most annoying part of everything. Have you watched professional wrestling in the last 4 or 5 years?
I mean, well, not for nothing. Just to get on Vader's case, I mean, it is entertainment. It's basically live theater.
Yeah, I mean, I could have sworn Vince McMahon came out straight with that in the 80s. That, this is.
I mean, he wants to call it theater, but how many promos he had in WCW with the Giant and Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I can't.
In the dungeon. Come on, it is theater.
Vader missed that whole thing about wrestling.
He must have been snoozing every Monday night.
You know what? I think it comes with age.
Yeah, you said that earlier. I couldn't agree more.
It's age.
I think the only thing we can say about that is Vader, go home. You're drunk. Go home.
But he's straight edge though.
He's drunk.
You know he probably takes a sip of Grandpa's coffee.
Anyway, moving on. Braun Strowman. Various reports surfaced last week. Oh, actually, I'm reading the wrong report here. Bad copy and paste. But I already know what to say. Braun Strowman. He started out beating jobbers 80s style, week to week, and now he's being challenged by Sami Zayn. My question is, I'm confused with this. Sami Zayn, he can't lose right now.
No.
Braun Strowman, he can't lose right now. Why does this war make sense to you? Does this feud make sense to you right now?
To be honest, the writers are up to something. And it's got to be something big. Could it be maybe leading him to maybe have some type of connection with the Wyatts? And bringing back Sister Abigail?
See, I thought that, but
even that doesn't make that much sense.
The original reason they separated him is because they felt he didn't belong in the Wyatts. They thought he was better off alone. I thought the best possible way to even promote this guy was Big Show's about to retire. He made that very apparent in an interview recently. Why not make him retire Big Show? Mark Henry's about to retire. Why not? Why not make him retire Mark
Retire
Henry?
the big man.
You're gonna put a guy, an underdog on top of that can't afford to lose because you want to make this guy the next Daniel Bryan by WrestleMania. But then one of them are gonna lose momentum.
Well, remember, I mean, it was supposed to be a David Goliath with, Bryan and Brock Lesnar. Maybe they want to take that storyline and put it on Sami Zayn. And
in November? You get what I'm saying? Like in November? This is usually when you get lazy with the writing because you're preparing for January.
Well, I mean, the Raw roster hasn't. There's great talent there. Don't get me wrong, but I think the story writing not been
It
up
was
to par.
so random to me.
It
It almost felt like Braun Strowman was talking and somebody was like, Zing, go. The first guy we saw walking down the hallway.
I mean, could it be a possibility that maybe they're just getting desperate and they're losing competition with SmackDown? Because to be honest, even though, I mean, Raw's a great show, SmackDown is becoming a much better show to watch.
Well, that's because you're listening to the fans.
And then on top of that, you have younger people that's in the background listening to the fans also. Like Daniel Bryan, he's young, so he's gonna stick with that. And plus, on top of that, you have Shane McMahon with him.
No, the SmackDown's winning for one reason: James Elmsworth. James Elmsworth. He should have came out and challenged Braun Strowman and took the beats out. No, I don't know what I'm talking about because Raw doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I would have never put Sami Zayn out there. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. Braun Strowman, he's obviously, why build them up so much to put him up against like Sami Zayn, but why build up Sami Zayn so much to then eventually have one of them fall?
Well, maybe it could be, Sami Zayn's biggest challenge yet, and see how he does, and then who's to say again? I bring up the Wyatts.
Maybe. If this leads up to Strowman, Taker, that would make sense to me.
But how, I mean, there's no way how. But I mean, again,
Because the Wyatts are feuding with Kane, and they doing the whole casket thing, which is I believe a wink wink to Taker. And if Strowman is connected to the Wyatts,
So
maybe I don't know. It's far fetched, but
who's to say maybe Sami Zayn wins the match and storyline sakes.
I don't see Zayn winning.
I don't either.
Because Vince has it hard on for 7-foot guys. So
Yeah.
I don't see Zayn, and he's apparently not a big fan of Sammy either. So
Shame on him.
wrong show, Sammy.
Yeah,
Wrong show.
Wrong
Yeah.
show.
Next topic.
God damn the show. I hate reality, but we're gonna go with it anyway. So with news of Daniel Bryan and Brie having a baby girl, obviously being highlighted on Total Bellas, along with other revelations on the show, is the show good or bad for the WWE?
I don't know. I can't remember. Did we talk about this in a previous episode? Like, old episode?
Yeah, we did.
We did talk about this,
Yeah.
right? I love the whole Cinderella,
It's cute.
Daniel Bryan, Brie thing, whatever. But at some point,
Stop.
yeah, man, it's like the whole Cena and Nikki Bella thing. It's ridiculous to me.
I don't mean to sound, well, we can bleep this out. I don't mean to sound like an asshole here, but if you're gonna do that, just have a relationship like Paige and Del Rio. Call it a day.
Yeah, man, it's
Jeez.
ridiculous to me.
You know what's sad? I haven't even seen Total Bella. I haven't even seen it yet.
Save yourself to death.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you know what? Like Total Divas, I think it's good for the women's division because it helped put a set of eyes on them.
Yeah.
And they did the best they could with it, and they did the whole revolution thing. What bothers me though is stuff like when they put Tyson Kidd in there, it's like the jealous boyfriend or the nonchalant boyfriend. I think it hurts them. When they put John Cena out there as the over obsessive guy that loves the rich stuff and the fancy stuff, that's not who John Cena is on television. He appears to be this humble guy who does all these amazing things for kids. I think it hurts him. Now they're showing Daniel Bryan as this like frustrated guy. He's like yelling at Nikki and he's angry and like I thought he was borderline gonna punch Nikki in the face. Like who the hell is this guy? I don't know this guy, and I feel like they have a different perception of who the wrestlers are than what Raw and SmackDown does.
Right.
They're like on two different platforms, and I feel like they're directing to two different audiences.
Kayfabe on live TV.
I don't know if it's kayfabe. That's the confusing part because it's like a second kayfabe, a third character.
Maybe that's what it is.
I don't like it.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the show. I'm not a fan of the show.
I feel like it should go hand in hand with what's going on in the product.
Here's the thing, real quick. The only good it's doing for that show, Total Divas did it. This show is doing it. Women who weren't watching wrestling are watching it now.
Yeah, because we know a few. We know a few that are watching it now. So I do love that. But I don't know. Just portray the guys the way they really are.
Seriously.
Stop messing with the guys.
Yeah.
And speaking of portrayal, WWE Cruiserweight progress with the revival of the Cruiserweight division. Opinions are swirling left and right, up and down. Some people are saying it's a success. Some are not. Some saying it's lackluster. Some are already saying it's a failure. Bottom line, cruiserweight division, Raw. What do you think?
I think Raw needs cruiserweights.
I think so too.
Desperately.
3 hours, you got to fill it in somehow.
But even so, I mean, this should have been done, God knows how long ago.
See, I know there's a lot of people out there that are cruiserweight fans. I'm not one of them. And here's why. Like, Daniel Bryan, for example. If the cruiserweight division was around when Daniel Bryan debuted in the WWE, Daniel Bryan will probably be stuck in intercontinental mode right now because they would have started him off as a cruiserweight. So what I'm saying is, T.J. Perkins, phenomenal talent, right? He's gonna be stuck. Like, he's gonna be stuck in mid-card for a long time. This just halted people's progress for more years.
Well, do you think that the WWE is going to do what was done with Dean Malenko back in the WWE days?
But here, if you think about Dean Malenko, he never reached the peak that he should have. Dean Malenko should have been world champion. They brought him to the WWE. What did he do with him? He was light heavyweight champion. That's my point. Dean Malenko, if you don't know Dean Malenko, look up Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko should have been world champion.
Absolutely.
He should have came into the WWE, did what Benoit did, fought for the IC title, elevated himself up to the world title division. That's my point. T.J. Perkins, you sign him any given day, he should start up mid-card, work his way up to main event level. Cruiserweight division is going to halt that status for a lot of people. And that's why I'm not a fan of cruiserweight. I think the classic thing was phenomenal. The tournament, phenomenal. But I do think they need to do a better job on Raw.
So you think they should have they just should have just done the whole Cruiserweight Classic thing, make it an annual thing?
I thought it should be an annual thing. The winner gets a contract, Raw. But, I mean, I'm not against the Cruiserweight division only because Raw needs to fill in some time. But then they're not even highlighting it properly.
I mean, I think what they should maybe they should have just gone with that route where they just, Cruiserweight, you get the championship title. I mean, you get the Cruiserweight title, and they give you a contract. You choose.
That's what I thought.
You want to go here?
Yeah.
You want to go here.
That's
you
what I
want
thought.
To go take on, and put a little more prestige on the IC title that has it,
Right.
or the US title. Where do you want to go?
It's a lot of titles.
Too many titles. I kind of like it back when I'm with the US title, but the set's falling apart. I'm with the US title.
Yeah, we're working on the set. Don't worry.
But I would love to see the TV title back.
Same here. I'm a big fan of the TV
that's
title.
for another.
Yeah, we gotta discuss that.
That's for another time.
Especially
All right.
this year.
So, Jericho and KO are arguably two of the most entertaining duos on Raw. Some can argue the most entertaining. However, recent opinion polls and reports are suggesting that Jericho is so hot on WWE TV right now that it may be hurting Kevin Owens.
Can I do another bleep? Bullshit. No way.
I
know he just said he believes that.
Happy birthday, you get that off. I think I'm giving you too much, man.
Nah, I don't think so.
I have my opinion, so but I gotta hear what you gotta say.
It's going where it's supposed to go. You're supposed to feel that way.
Amen.
Obviously, Jericho is going to eventually turn face. He's too popular right now. Kevin Owens is using him. He's using him to keep elevating himself and keep the title on him. You guys are supposed to feel that way. I don't understand these damn polls anymore. Nobody what happened to kayfabe, man? Bring Andy Kaufman back.
I like that T-shirt, by the way.
That's right. It's gonna be available soon in the Matter section on mainlytalk.com. But we'll talk about that later.
That's for another time. Personally, I think he's got a drive that's going right now, and not to mention he has he's with Fozzy.
Yeah.
They have an upcoming album coming out
That's
soon.
right. He's leaving.
So what does that mean? Maybe a feud with Kevin Owens, and whichever however that goes, most likely maybe Kevin's going over, Owens going over. He'll go and do his little thing with
it's the way they analyze things nowadays is confusing as hell because they're not going to be tag team champions anytime soon.
Oh, no, right? No, absolutely not.
So you're supposed to feel like, hey, Jericho's better than you. Jericho, you're better than him. Why are you helping him? Fight each other. Like my point is that if we're talking about Jericho, that means the eyes are also on Kevin Owens, which is the idea.
Now here's my thing. When Jericho leaves, he's going to be gone with Fozzy for a while.
I already know what's going to happen.
obviously Kevin Owens is gonna be the guy.
Powerbomb on the apron of the ring.
It's gonna happen, but he's gonna. But obviously Owens is gonna be the guy, and don't be surprised if Jericho comes back 6 months later. Makes a surprise, and
Maybe WrestleMania.
maybe WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Doesn't mean Jericho has to have the belt, but
No.
I mean just have have a match, have a classic match, one to remember. It's been a while since we had one of those at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I guess what we're trying to say, long story short, it's not hurting Kevin Owens.
It's not hurting
He's
either
right
one.
where he's supposed to be. So stop. Let me stop venting on this. I see.
If you feel that way, you're watching, guys.
Yeah. And finally, Raw versus SmackDown. What do you thought of Raw this week? What do you thought of SmackDown? Who do you thought had the better show?
2 weeks in a row, man. Smackdown.
SmackDown.
Easily. Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people that are disagreeing because Raw is like slightly winning in the ratings poll, but guys, WWE doesn't go by ratings. As much as people like to believe that, they don't go by ratings. They go by YouTube views. They go by website hits, video views on their website. And believe it or not, SmackDown is demolishing Raw. Demolishing Raw. I think the only thing that's good on Raw right now, according to views and statistics, is Jericho and Kevin Owens. But SmackDown got a lot of stuff going on for themselves.
And if I may, birthday boy, you just made the list.
You just made the list.
That's another gift. Happy birthday, man.
I'm honored.
All right.
I'll see listen, I'll see Jericho next week.
Did you watch both this week, Raw and SmackDown?
I caught the end of Raw. And I was like, but I did catch all of SmackDown. I think SmackDown is getting better. It's getting better every week.
There's a perception too, because I don't know if you watched Talking Smack, but Daniel Bryan threw a huge shot at Raw, and it was a personal one. He said the reason why why Raw officials need somebody like Goldberg is because they don't trust their talent enough, and SmackDown trusts who they have, and that's a valid point, because just because you might think that Apollo Crews is being mismanaged, misused right now. Guess what? SmackDown's giving him TV time. They're trusting him to bring in viewers. They're trusting Baron Corbin. They're trusting James Elmsworth.
Is it just me, or is Baron Corbin a badass dude?
Oh, he's gonna be on top.
Oh, that guy.
2017 is his year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if anyone remembers Max Payne.
I love Max Payne. Man, Mountain Rock.
Yeah. I think that Corbin is what Max Payne should have been, years back.
Amen. And I know the internet loves to make fun of his body, the flappiness. Guys, that's what happens when the wrestler's not injecting steroids in their system.
Pretty much.
You got natural.
I mean, the guy
look ripped.
I mean, the gentleman didn't he do amateur boxing?
Actually, not only did
he was a champion,
he was in the NFL, and not only that, I mean, people forget he used to weigh almost 400 pounds. He was a big dude, so he lost a lot of weight.
He looks solid to me, and people complain, like you said, flabby or not having rip, not having muscles, but Jake the Snake didn't have muscles. Okay, maybe he had a little shoulder, but I mean...
You know what? Speaking of Jake, I'm going to say something that Jake made very famous. It's not about physical looks. You can't teach presence, and Baron Corbin has presence. You can't teach that.
Can't teach that, and I think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
I can see him being a world champion one day.
Absolutely. That's what I said. 2017 is his year.
Yeah, he's gonna be a world champion.
2017 is his year.
Either by 2017 he ever get drafted to Raw, or if he stays with SmackDown, either or, he's gonna be a world champion.
Make him take out Taker. Screw it.
Yeah,
I say do it.
Yeah,
I say do
Put it all out
it. In
there.
fact, I would like to see a few with Corbin and Brock.
Oh,
that would be a good match.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
He's young too, so he's still got time. But anyway, guys, that is a wrap. That marks the end of episode 106. We'll see you guys next week. But before we do, make sure you follow us on social media at Main Event Talk, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Etsy.
Oh, I thought it was no Pinterest.
Oh, no, I'm talking about something. Another business venture. Never mind. And what else we got for them to look at?
Actually, It Matters every Friday on the YouTube channel.
That's right.
Talk.
It Matters. Episode 3. In a row. And aside of its matters, we do have. Stay tuned for Instagram. This Instagram and Facebook this Thursday. The man behind the camera, Derek Harris, debuts throwback trivia. Throwback trivia. So it's just simple. You can read the rules. You could go online, go on our Facebook. By the time you see this, you're gonna see a throwback trivia section where you could read rules. But you can win. You guess trivia. You can win prizes, T-shirts.
The works. And if I may add one more thing, a big shout out to DJ Ralph, who's actually out in Texas, and he's actually been promoting our show out there in Texas. So big shout out to the Chucky Bastard.
Definitely a big shout out.
Ralph Ramla out in Texas, man. Appreciate it. Much love to you, man.
Also like to add another shout out to Denzel Washington. Nah, I just wanted to name drop since you name drop. I felt left out. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next week. But we'll be back hopefully with no Billy Corgan subjects. And one more time, happy birthday to Derek. Wish him happy birthday.
Happy birthday! He keeps his job. Woo!
Guys, we'll see you next week. We'll try to do a better job. Dun 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 dun. Credits. Dun 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 dun.